Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to go over how to create a simple dashboard in Power BI. So I'm going to walk you through from start to finish on how you can do this and create a simple group of charts that you can update. So first things first, I'm going to import data from Excel. So I'm going to click on this. And I've got a CSV file called sales data sample that I'm going to use. I'm going to open that up. And one of the things you'll notice is if you use Power Query, it's a similar process to loading the data there, where you have an option to load or to transform the data first. In this case, I'm just going to leave it as is and click on the load button. And you can see up here, you've got the option to refresh the data as well, refresh the query. So if your data were to change over time, you can just do a simple refresh and your charts would update. So it's loaded in here and I can actually start building my dashboard, adding some charts in here. So you can see my tables right here under the data section, sales data sample. So if I open that up, I've got all the fields that I can choose from. So first thing I'm going to do is create a chart for sales by product line. So I'm going to select sales here and product line. And it's basically creating a pivot chart for me. All right, so really, as if you were to create a pivot table and then convert that into a chart. And I stretch it out until it works fine. So really easy first chart to do. Next up, what I'm going to do is show sales by customer. So I'm going to click away just so that's no longer selected. Select sales and then customer name. Now, in this case, I don't want to use a column chart again because for one thing, it's repetitive and I can't really see the names anyway, so it's not really helpful. So here you'll have a list of all the different charts that you can use. And I'm going to use a clustered bar chart for this example. And so now it's a lot easier to see the customer name and easily select them. We can scroll down and select the one we're looking for. Now, you can also change up this chart so it doesn't look exactly the same as this one by changing the color. So there's an option here to format your visual. And if I go down to bars, I can change the color. So let's say I'll do a light blue. So easy enough. It's another chart created. Next, what I'm going to do is, because my data set has postal codes and zip codes, what I'm going to do is now create sales with that postal code zip code field. And on here, there's a filled map and just a regular map. If we'll click on that map, you can see now the really cool thing is, I can see the sales by different parts of the world. So I can zoom in and zoom out however I want to and see those different sales by postal codes or zip codes. So really, really cool, easy chart to make there. Now I'm going to create another one that shows the sales breakdown by the order date. So if I open this up, I have a date hierarchy. So I don't want quarter and I don't want day because it's going to be too many items on there. So now I've got a breakdown of my sales by month. And so I can try to stretch this out a little bit just to see a bit more. But as you can see, you can manipulate these charts basically however you want so that they look the way you want. And again, we can format this color, the columns, let's say to a purple color. There we go. So just a little bit different, changing up a bit. And so I've already got quite a bit of a dashboard set up already. Next, what I'm also going to do is create just a simple card for just showing the sales. So I'm going to, again, click away and just click on sales. And then this time, I'm going to select an option for a card right here. So with the card, it's just going to show you just that raw sales number, which, isn't terribly spectacular, but, it allows you to see at a glance what the total sales of all the things that you've selected are. Another thing you can also do is add a slicer. So I'm going to add a slicer for the month. So I'm going to go over here and you can see this little funnel with the selections. That's a slicer. And what I'm going to do now is adjust this a little bit So that for the slicer settings, instead of a vertical list, I'm using tiles. So see, similar to how you might have it selected on your on a pivot table in Excel. And so we can adjust this, however we want to make it compact. And so if we wanted to select by month, all our selections update. You can see our total sales update. So it's easy to be able to have a chart automatically update. So just like a really dynamic dashboard that you're updating. And so if you want to make multiple selections, you can hit Control, and now I've selected multiple months. And you can again see all my data updates. So the really cool thing about this is, you've got slicers and all this information, just like you would on a pivot table. And with Power BI, as you can see, just with a few clicks of a button, you can put together a chart, a dashboard that's really easy to update. You can update the data, the source data, and just do a refresh and get the latest data in here. You can add slicers and all sorts of visuals to make it easy to see your data in one easy to use snapshot. So this is just a quick overview on how to get started in creating a dashboard using Power BI. So hope you found this useful, and thank you for watching.